This is going to be Mike Spadinsky from Cranston, Rhode Island, going up against Sean Fitzgerald of Somerset in his 1985 Chevy Corvette. They take the green, nose to nose right off into turn number 1, off of 2, on the outside. It's going to be Fitzgerald there, down into 3 and 4. He has the advantage coming to the stripe. That is actually going to be Spadinsky there with the win. He will move on for that green light. And they are off. The advantage is going to go quickly to Kyle Buchanan, down into 1 and 2. Not so fast. It's on the outside. Down the back stretch. Nose to nose. Into 3 and 4. Buchanan's going to lose it. Coming to the stripe. Here comes DeRoches. Matt DeRoches, Coventry, Rhode Island, in the Chevy Camaro Z28 1984. They wait for the track to be cleared, and they are off. The advantage going into 1 on the outside is going to be Oliveira. They are nose to nose. Off. Give the advantage to Jeff Daniels going into 3 and 4. Still a battle here. Off of 4. Jeff Daniels is going to move on in that Subaru Outback. Two-tone there. They're off. Give the advantage right out of the gate. Caitlin Mello from Uxbridge, down the back stretch. She's going to check out, but here we go. We are going to close up. This is going to be Curtis closing. Not enough time, off of 4. That Eagle Talon, a 1990. Green is out. On the outside, give the advantage to Fielding going into 1 and 2, off of 2. Not so fast. Corey Perry battles back to the back bumper, loses it just a bit. Checkered flag in the air. John Fielding is going to move on. Round number 2. And they're off. Charlie to the outside. He's going to try to take the advantage on back stretch. Into 3 and 4. Not so fast. Here comes Spadinsky to the inside. Not enough time. Charlie Giardino with the win. That is going to bring up Matt DeRocha. Matt in the outside. He takes the advantage down into 1 and 2 over Jeff Daniels. He's going to try to down the back stretch. Jeff Daniels does not have anything for him. Into 3 and 4. Daniels is going to spin in 3 and 4. Give it to Matt DeRocha. So it's going to be Oliveira and Stevens. Into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to the Subaru. That is John Stevens. Not so fast. Here comes Oliveira. Into 3 and 4. Stevens with the advantage. Oliveira, not enough time. Checkered flag in the air. Moving on is going to be John Stevens. And they're off. Into 1 and 2. It's nose to nose. This is the battle. Down the back stretch. Still nose to nose. We've got a tight one here. Into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to Fielding. Off of 4. He takes it. John Fielding moving on. Next up, we have that Subaru Impreza. And they're off. Bucher takes the early advantage down into 1 and 2. Doesn't look like Martiroshin has anything. Down the back stretch. Bucher into 3 and 4 with a couple car length advantage. It's going to be Bucher coming to the checkered flag and moving on. That sets up our final matchup here of round number 2. They are off. The inside lane, that is Monaghan. He's going to take the jump out front over the Audi car. Down the back stretch. get set here. You've got Charlie Giordano and Jonathan Stevens down the backstretch. Give it to Charlie. Going into 3 and 4. Gets a little loose to the outside. Keeps it. Takes the checkered flag. Charlie Giordano moves on. Here. They take the green. On the outside, DeRosa. He's going to take the advantage into 1 and 2. It's going to be a battle here. Not quite over yet. Give it to DeRosa into 3 and 4. Off of 4. Checkered flag in the air. We got a close one, but Matt DeRosa pulls it out. Here, Charlie Giordano, Matt DeRosa. Charlie Giordano on the outside. It's neck and neck. Right now, Charlie Giordano, but not so fast. Matt DeRosa's into turn 3 and 4. He gets Charlie up the track. Matt DeRosa pulls that one out over Charlie Giordano. Monahan and Matt DeRosa. They are off. On the outside, it's DeRosa. He's got the advantage. Down the back. Not so fast. Battling back. Liam Monahan. Not enough time. We shall see. Off of 4. Give the advantage to Liam Monahan on the inside. Woo! Give it up for our East Coast Towing Spectator Drags. Liam Monahan taking home the win here today. We are set to roll here. Our first Spectator Drag of the evening is Max Putnam and Adam Matarosian. Coming out of 4. Give the advantage to the Firebird. That is Adam Matarosian. Pawtucket, Rhode Island, Warwick, Rhode Island. They are off. Give the advantage on the outside. It's going to be Diaz. Diaz into 3 and 4 with the advantage. He is going to spin it. Does Oliveira have enough time? No, he does not. Luis Diaz moving on.
That's not Diaz, dude.
For the green. Green is out. On the outside, Grassroots looking for the advantage. He'll get it. As he almost loses it in the middle of 22 down the backstretch. Gil Bradstreet has the advantage over Carlito Mello. Into 3 and 4. Mello going to try to check right up to the rear bumper. Not enough time. On a 4. Gil Bradstreet moving on. Paul Curtis and his Chevy Centerville 1964. They are off.
Oh, it looks like he might get stung.
Give the advantage down the backstretch, but here comes Paul Curtis into 3 and 4, nose to nose. Does he have it? Oh! Wow, that was a close one. Give the win to Paul Curtis.
Oh, he's got some scuff marks on the right rear too from that. It looks like the Stinger got stung.
Curtis moves on. He'll make his way into the infield. Sean Fitzgerald, Liam Monahan in the Chevy Camaro. They are off. Give the advantage to Monahan. Down. Point. Fitzgerald finds the wall out of 2.
Don't worry, that'll buff out.
And coming home to the checkered flag is Liam Monahan.
Do we have an appraiser in the house? Oh, wait a minute, that's not covered by insurance.
Oh, oops. That's Corey Perry from Riverside, Rhode Island. They are off. Jeff Daniels, not the actor. He is down into 1 and 2. Daniels with the advantage.
Here comes Perry back up on the outside. Hang on, no!
Not quite. loses it in 4. Gives Jeff Daniels the win in that one.
Well, if you can't win, make it stylish.
Next up, we've got Kyle Buchanan and Matt DeRosa. They will make their way out, of course, that 1981 Chevy Malibu for Kyle Buchanan. Let's keep it that way?
Yep.
And they're off. On the outside, DeRosa. On the inside, Buchanan. They're nose to nose. Nose to nose. The advantage now goes to DeRosa in 3 and 4. Not so fast. Here comes Buchanan to the line. Give it to Matt DeRosa.
You know, I gotta say, every time I hear him, all I think of is Rudy. I'm sorry. I think
1986 Pontiac Firebird going up against in that 1994 Pontiac Trans Am. Here comes Crosley to the outside. Does he have enough time? Off of 4. No, he does not.
Miles doing his best Peter Brady imitation. When things can change, they can really change. Kenny?
And they are off on the advantage. The advantage into 1 and 2. To Gil Grassroots. Not so fast. Noah on the outside down the backstretch. Does he have enough time? Bradstreet takes the low line. Checkered flag in the air. Gil Bradstreet moving on. John Fielding in his Chevy Camaro. They are off on the outside. Give the advantage to Brennan Gerard. Down the backstretch. Fielding has the lead. Checkered flag in the air. John Fielding moving on.
Interesting to see what happens here. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying noise in the world? Down to 1 and 2. Daniels rolling that outside. Here comes Cleetus back down low there. Even Steven down into 3. Up on the outside. Daniels, Monahan on the inside, and it'll be Monahan. There we go.
That was a nose there. Monahan moves along. They're at the stripe. They take the green. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage on the outside to Matt DeRosa. Into 3 and 4. Matt DeRosa on the outside lane here. He is going to look for the checkered flag. This one's going to be close. Matt DeRosa takes it home.
Rods picked it up. I couldn't put it down.
Will the C and C10 stand for see you later again? We shall see. The Subaru, that's John Stevens. He has the advantage, bumper to bumper. He's going to go to the low line. The Subaru, that's Stevens to the outside looking for the checkered flag. John Stevens moving on. They are off. Green flag. Vermont's own Jen Bucher in the Subaru Impreza has the nose advantage down the back stretch. Here comes Fielding into 3 and 4. It's going to be a close one. Give the advantage on the outside to Jen Bucher. Does she have enough? She's going to lose it up in 4. To the stripe. John Fielding moving on.
She got a little too high there and just brought way too close to the top of the... Gil gets a good jump on the outside. We'll see if he can carry it through into turns 1 and 2. Half a colleague advantage. Back off to turn 2. It's a drag race down down into turn number 3. Bradstreet with the advantage. Monahan off of 4, not going to be enough. And his winning streak stops at 1.
So Bradstreet will move on. That's going to bring Matt DeRoches up against Kenny Klein. The green is out. Down yet again. Kenny Klein and Mitsubishi down off. Not so fast. Matt DeRoche going to try to make it close. Off of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Kenny Klein moving on. That'll bring up Charlie Giordano in the Chevy Blazer. Charlie's going to go to the high line. Green is in the air. Nose to nose down into 1. Charlie Giordano upstairs. He's Johnson still there to the back door, to the bumper. He's going to spin off 4. Charlie Giordano moving on. In that white Subaru.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pick your favorites now. How many people think it's going to be Charlie Giordano picking up the win? How many people got Kenny Klein? How many people got Bill Bradstreet? Yeah. Lap number 1 here. Kenny Klein comes off 4. He's in the lead. 2 more circuits around. Klein, Bradstreet up front. Charlie into 3 and 4. Kenny Klein still with the advantage. Bradstreet around, white flag in the air. Kenny's playing around, waiting for Gil to close in. We'll see what happens on the final half of the lap. Gil took a look to the outside. Kenny says, yeah, watch this.
Oh, and it's going to take it. Checkered flag. Oh my God.
Well, Kenny Klein returns in hot fashion here tonight, picking up the Spectator Drags. The East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drag Championship for Memorial Day goes to Kenny Klein. How many Chevy fans we got here this afternoon? How many Ford fans with us? I'd hang your heads in shame the way that Mustang took off from the Corvette. We'll see if he's got anything to come back with it as they come off and turn up Fitzgerald out front. The Irishman out of Somerset leads it over the Italian DiCarlo. DiCarlo taking a look to the inside. Got to go to the outside, but not enough. And that start cost him dearly as we get ready for the next 2. Waiting for the green light, and there it is. We're underway. Pierce on the outside gets the jump, but here comes Farias back on the inside, takes over the lead. Down 1 and 2.
Down the backstretch. Farias in that blue Chevy Colorado. He's got the advantage over the Red Dragon into 3 and 4. They will see the checkered flag. Farias over Christine Pierce.
The Red Dragon has been extinguished on that one.
See here quite frequently as the green comes out. Daniel's going to jump to the advantage down into 1 and 2 over down up on the outside as they roll down into turn number 3. Daniels a little bit loose, gathers it in down to the stripe. Here they come, and it's going to be Daniels by a hair. Wow, that was a close one there. As Jeff Daniels, not the actor, the Subaru driver, picks up.
And a winner already this year in the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. There's the green flag as they roll down into 1. Whoa, almost some contact as they race off at 2, side by side. Oh, hang on, fielding, gathers closes it back in. Look at him close it back in. Down to the inside. No, he can't hang on. And he goes around. And Liam Monahan takes down the win.
He'll collect it over there, make his way off, and our next two competitors will make their way out. It'll be...
Listen to that eagle on the outside. There's a green, nice even start with the downwind on the outside. Good run into one. There's even Steven off the turn number 2. Trying to hang on down to the inside, but Mello winds it up as he comes off at turn number 4. Here comes the Pontiac back down, but it is the eagle taking down the win.
Mello took that high lane off of turn number 2.
Green light when they're backing up, just to see the reaction. There's a green flag, we're underway. And the Camaro on the inside. Decker jumps out front over O'Brien. Right up on the outside. And obviously that is a stock 78 Corvette because they had no gumption. Hang on, hang on.
Decker, with his hands full off the floor, collects it, takes the checkered flag. First grade, they're off. Green light, down into 1 and 2, give the advantage to Broad Street, down into 3 and 4.
DeRoche's trying the outside lane, but Bradstreet off the corner, he'll pick up the win over Matt DeRoche's. Now we got Kyle Buchanan in the Chevy Malibu wagon going up against Louis Dias in the Pontiac Fiero.
They're off. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage right now to the low line there. And
I'm thinking that wagon could eat up that Fiero literally as Louis slides up the racetrack, and here comes Buchanan down on the inside.
Buchanan steals one at the stripe there. As Diaz got the last time he was here, got that fixed up, and he's back out there. They're off.
The Dodge Charger out front, and slowly going from 1 and 2. Now he winds it up down the back straightaway just a little bit, trying to keep Fitzgerald close off of turn number 4, and it will be phoning it in for Brandon, taking down the win, and that will close out.
See how this speedy dry affects things over in turn 3. They're off on the outside. It's Pascal. He's got the advantage.
The fabulous Thunderbird up on the outside. Whoa, he drifts up high, gives the Mustang a run down to the inside, down to the stripe, and give it to the Thunderbird.
Pascal there in that Thunderbird.
And 16 years in the Chevy Camaro going up against Franz Wenger of the Pontiac Grand Am.
The Red Dragon against Franz. I pick things up and put them down. We get set at the stripe. And they're off. On the outside is Franz Weidinger.
A little late on that, Marco.
Down into 3 and 4. They're going to almost touch. Give the advantage off of 4 to the Red Dragon and Christine Pierre.
Boy, did she throw it in hard and deep down in turns 3 and 4. And
Smith in the Corvette on the outside, Fielding in the Camaro on the inside. Down into turn 1, give the advantage to the outside lane. And Smith out front. Down into 3 and 4, give the advantage to Fielding. Fielding coming off 4, he will collect the checkered flag.
And Jared Smith going back to Jersey empty-handed. I think you might have better luck at Atlantic City.
That's a brutal. Next matchup, 1989 Pontiac Fire.
Dearest on the inside, Johnson up top. Johnson with a good run down through turns 1 and 2. Distance is looking to pull away and just jam on the brakes, it seemed.
Cruising on a Sunday afternoon, off of 4, give.
Oh, it cost him!
Wow!
It cost him! Medeiros kept his foot in it and takes down the win.
That was a Sunday drive for Johnson, and they're off at the stripe. Kazunas on the low line, Buchanan on the high side. Kazunas advantage down the backstretch, not so fast. Here comes Buchanan on the high line. Does he have enough? Checkered flag in the air off 4, give the advantage to Kazunas.
Because everybody loves a pickup, man.
That's going to bring up our next matchup. Here we go. Give the advantage to Joe. Down into 1 and 2 over Corey. Perry. First Perry. Try to take the lead. He will down into 3 and 4. Coming to the checkered flag. It's going to be nose to nose. Give the advantage to
The Pontiac.
Pontiac there. That was Corey Perry going to move on. They're off. Curtis on the low line. He is going to go neck and neck here with Oliveira. Paul Curtis in the 64 Chevelle out front as Oliveira smokes the tires going into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Paul Curtis moving on.
As there's a green, nice even start. They rolled out into turn number 1. Monahan on the outside. Down low is Gerard. Gerard with the out advantage. That is the 3 and 4.
Yeah, down into 3 and 4, off of 4. Give the advantage to Gerard on the low line. He is going to collect the checkered flag.
So Monahan will have to
10 on the inside, waiting on the green light. They are off. Right out of the gate, give the advantage to the Subi. Jed Bucher down into 1 and 2 with a rear of Tom Kazunas as he is going to get a little loose off 2. Right up to the back bumper in 3 and 4. Jed Bucher going to take the checkered flag. She moves on. Green is out. Mello on the high line. He jumps down over Perry, down into 1 and 2. Right to the back bumper. Down into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to Perry going into 4. Off of 4. Corey Perry going to take it home.
really had a push for that one. And a great run down on the inside. Bob Jinger is in.
They're off. Charlie Gardino on the outside. And battle of the heavyweights here. Paul Curtis. Backstretch, give the advantage to Gardino into 3 and 4. Curtis, can he hang on? Down the low lane. He does not have enough to get loose. Charlie Gardino coming home with it. What a save by Curtis as he crossed the stripe sideways.
And there it is. Even start with the Blazer out front down into turn 1. Bradstreet right up on the first. Looking to run down the back straightaway into 3. Bradstreet sideways through the corner, but it's going to be Charlie Gardino hanging on for the win.
Charlie just continues to show his dominance here in the Spectator Drags.
The first one in the finale, there's a green. DeRoche's on the outside, fielding down low, neck and neck down into 1. Fielding. Hang on, a good run down the back straightaway, evens it back up. DeRoche's up on the outside, slides up, off of 4, and gives the win in this one to John Fielding. So Fielding is in the finale.
So DeRoches will battle for 3rd place.
Who will he go up against? Will it be Jet Bucher, Hot Flash Mitsubishi? Waiting for the green, and here we go, and she gets the jump on the outside. Here comes DeRoches. Close contact in the corner! Oh!
down into 3. Give Matt DeRosia the advantage. He'll come to the checkered flag. Wow.
Give Jenna a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. She does not give up.
One from the top. They're off. There he goes. He's going to get the advantage down into 1 and 2. Charlie Gardino out.
Fielding hanging tight down low. They hit the corners. Charlie drifts up way high. Fielding back down to the inside. Down to the street. Fielding will take round 1.
Wow. By a nose, that was incredible.
If Fielding wins, it's over. If Gardino wins, they get one more shot. And Gardino with the jump down it to 1. Fielding right on the back. Charlie opens up the lead down into 3. Keeps it tight on the bottom. Fielding takes a look to the inside. He's going to come up short. We get one more shot at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Winner take all. Coming up here. 1-1 in Corvette on the high line. Green is out. Here they go. Give the advantage right out of the gate to the GTO.
Yeah, throwing up that James Bond smoke screen too.
Calabi in the GTO down the backstretch. Has the advantage over Fernandez. Down into 3 and 4. Here goes Fernandez to make his move. Little loose. Doesn't have enough. Wow, give the advantage to the Pontiac GTO. Joseph Calabi moving on.
They waited too late. But you know what? He looked good doing it in that Corvette.
Absolutely did. Next up, we've got a Corvette. They're at the stripe. They're ready. Terrace on the low line. He is gone. Down into 1 and 2. Just Kyle Buchanan back. Just a little bit. Into 3 and 4. It's Terrace in the Corvette. As Buchanan is going to go for a spin and do a little landscaping. Terrace moves on.
Well, it is not all over.
Monahan in the 1989 Chevy Camaro, the red one, on the low line. Brad Street on the high line there. Brad Street with the advantage on it too. Monahan gets loose down the backstretch. Can he hold on to it? He does. Here comes Bradstreet off of 4. Checkered flag. Gil Bradstreet moving on. Against the Chevy Camaro on the low line. Green is out. Down into turn 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Johnson. Does he have enough? Gets right to the back quarter panel. Not enough time for Corey Perry. John Johnson moving on. Waiting on the green, there it is. Curtis, down low. Smith up high. Here they go, into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Curtis. Smith not so fast. Off the 2. Run for Smith. Right to the back bumper of Curtis. To the door. They are door to door in 3 and 4. Does Curtis have enough to hold on? He does. Paul Curtis just by a nose. Moving on.
We don't need no stinking Corvettes.
It's going to be Pontiac. Diaz down the bottom. Green is out. Down into turn 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Diaz on the low line here. He's going to try to... Here comes Merkin battling back to the outside. They'll see the checkered off 4. Here comes Merkin to the low line on crossover, but does he have enough?
Does not.
Wow, that was close. Diaz going to move on though.
You know,
Green flag is out. Daniels gets the jump early there. Off the start. Gives the nose advantage to Daniels. Down into turn 2. The advantage is still to Daniels, but here comes Terrace. Into turn 3 and 4. On the high line, but gives the advantage and wins to Daniels on the low line.
say it is so, Joe. Well, you won't be seeing that in a Chevrolet commercial anytime soon.
Nose to nose at the stripe. Green is out. Mello on the high line with the nose advantage. Carlito Mello going to start to check out over Michael Oliveira into 3 and 4. Carlito Mello moving on. Here they go. Gerard on the high line. Down the bottom, it is Wickenback. Wickenback takes the advantage off 2 down the back stretch. Into 3 and 4. Here comes Gerard in the Audi. Does he have enough? Off of turn 4, not quite. Give the win there to Walter Wickenback in the Pontiac Trans Am. He will move on. Diaz on the high line, Borges on the low line. Here they go. Give the advantage to Borges, but not so fast. Here comes Diaz. Into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to... Wow, at the stripe, it was Borges.
I am impressed. Hey, Enduro drivers, it's time. Enduro drivers.
Daniels on the low line, Bradstreet on the high line. Here we go. Green is out. A little stumble there for Daniels out of the gate. Bradstreet with the advantage on the high line here. Down back stretch. It's nose to nose. Daniels gets a little loose. He keeps a hold of it. At the stripe, Daniels takes it. Wow. That was a battle there, Kevin. Fielding on the low line. A battle of the heavy hitters here in our Spectator Drags. Green is out. Nose to nose into 1. Off of 2. Still nose to nose. You can advantage here though to fielding. Does Mello have a crossover move in him? Back to the back bumper. Mello not enough. He gets the door closed. Fielding gonna move on.
Fielding keeping that car glued to that bottom lane. Even when he slowed up, he knew he wasn't giving it up to that Eagle talent.
Battle for third right here. Green is out. Daniels with the nose advantage into 1 and 2. Tries to slide Weidinger up the track. Here comes Weidinger. Daniels going to have it down into 3 and 4. Here comes Daniels, but here comes Weidinger. To the strike front, Weidinger steals it. Daniels got loose in 4 like he did last time around. Couldn't hold on to it. Weidinger. Gardino ready. Green is out. Gardino down into 1. He's going to get the advantage. Down the back stretch. Charlie Gardino. John Fielding right there. Does he have enough? No, he doesn't. Round 1 goes to Charlie Gardino. They'll re-rack him and stack him. Fielding will take the high. Perry going to take the low line. Martirosian, the high line. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Gingerly they go. Give the advantage to Perry. Off of turn 2, down the back stretch. In that Pontiac Trans Am. Perry, your leader. Down into 3 and 4. Here comes Martirosian. On the inside, not enough time. Joe Perry gonna move on. They are ready for the green. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Wickenback. Down the back stretch. Little run. He's gonna try a crossover into 3 and 4. Can he hold on to it? Give the advantage and the win to Wickenback. What a save there by Buchanan going across the stripe. Boom, boom, boom.
voted.
Green is out. Here they go. Down into 1 and 2. DeRoche is with the advantage. Out front. Down the back stretch. Matt DeRoche in that 1984 Camaro. He is as Borges goes around and does a little landscaping. Checkered flag.
That extra 916 pounds that the Monte Carlo carries.
His Chevy Camaro 1986. He's from Plymouth. Decker on the high side, Wicked back on the low side. Give the advantage to Decker down the back stretch.
Dude, I hope that camera's showing forward, not backwards, because there's nothing there behind you.
Down into 3. It's neck and neck, nose to nose. Who's going to have it at the stripe? Give it to Wickenback.
I was wrong.
Walter Wickenback the 4th by a hair at the line. He moves on. Green is out. Down into 1. Wickenback with the advantage on the high line, but not so fast. The shorter way around. Pierce on the low line. Down the back stretch. Give the advantage to Wickenback right now. Pierce battling right to the door. In 3 and 4. Pushes Wickenback up the track. Give it to Christine Pierce. At the stripe.
That gal ain't afraid to drive hard.
Mello on the high line. Gets the jump. Gets the lead. And try to save it. He is loose. All sorts of loose on the back stretch. All sorts of 4. Checkered flag. Carlito Mello. Green is out. Kazunas on the high line. Going to battle door to door with Christine Pierce off of turn number 2. Nose advantage for Kazunas, but here comes Pierce. Pierce wasn't afraid to push her competitor up the track last time. She gives a little nudge in 3 and 4, and Christine Pierce going to move on. Here comes Mello from Uxbridge in his Eagle tie-on, and Gil Bradstreet in the Camaro. Bradstreet's going to go to the high line here. Mello to the low line. They wait for the green. Green is down. Mello with the advantage into 1 and 2. He gets a good jump. Right to the back bumper into 3 and 4. Does he have time to make a move? It does not appear to. He's going to go to the low line. Does he have enough? No, he doesn't. Mello takes it. Oh. Green is out. Here goes Mello into turn 1 and 2, looking to get that advantage. He does. Here comes DeRoche battling back on the low line. Into 3 and 4, door to door. Neck and neck. DeRoche goes up. Oh! Mello comes across the stripe as DeRoche just couldn't hold on.
Now that's putting it all out there and not giving up.
Mello on the low line. They are set. Green is out. Down into 1. Mello with the good jump yet again. He is a couple of car lengths down front, down the back stretch. Into 3 and 4. Final time. Carlito Mello takes home the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drag. And Mr. 2 Left Feet, Brady, is down there to talk with him. They are at the stripe, fielding on the high line, Oliveira on the low line. Green is out, down into 1. Give the advantage to Oliveira, but here comes fielding on the upstairs line. He's got a nose into 3 and 4. Give the advantage to fielding up top, across the stripe. And the checkered is out. I believe that one's going to go to fielding there. And what a save there by Oliveira to stay off of him. That was exciting. Little landscaping there from fielding. And then a little burnout. Waiting on the green. Green is out. 4. Give it to Tom Kazunis across the stripe. He is going to move on. Low line, Weidinger on the top line. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Nose to nose here. Give the advantage slightly. About a 4-length advantage. Here comes Weidinger on the high line. Not enough time. Checkered flag in the air. Wickenback going to move on. Going to take the high line in the Pontiac Pharaoh. Fielding on the low line in the 98 Chevy Camaro. Green is out. Diaz gets the early advantage down into 1 and 2. Gets a good run down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Fielding with the advantage. Here comes Diaz going to try to battle back on the high line. Not enough time. He's going to spin it off 4. Give the checkered flag. Kazunis going to take the low line, Mello with the high line. Green flag is out. Down into turn 1. Mello on the high line with a good down the back stretch. Kazunis right to the back bumper of Mello. Does he have enough time? Does he have time to make a move? He does not. Carlito Mello moving on. Over Tom Kazunis. Green. Green is out. Give the advantage down into 1. Nose to nose. Empty net right now. Down back. Purse, the Red Dragon. She's going to get the full advantage into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Christine Purse moving on. Curtis, Jash, 64 Chevy Chevelle. Green is out. Monahan with the advantage into 1 and 2. Here comes Bradstreet battling back to the outside. Bradstreet ahead of steam. Into 3. He's got a nose out in front of Monahan. Monahan battles back on the low line. The shorter time around. Monahan at the stripe. Chevy Camaro, 1984, Matt DeRosier. And 1987 Pontiac Firebird, Ford Fury here. DeRosier's up top, Perry down the bottom line, set to go at the stripe. Green is out. Down into 1. DeRosiers with the advantage. Right to the door. Gets loose. DeRosiers maintains. Here they come off of 4. Give the advantage across the stripe to Perry. Wow, what a close one there. Out. Monahan with a good jump down into 1 and 2. He'll get right out in front of Curtis. Back on the outside. He gets squeezed up the track. Monahan with the advantage down into 3 and 4. Not enough time for Curtis, or is it? Right across the stripe. Monahan with it. Curtis made it fun. out there in his Pontiac Firebird. And John Fielding here for this matchup. Down into 1. Perry with the advantage. He gets out in front of Fielding. Fielding with a run. Right into that bumper of Perry. Into 3 and 4. Fielding looking for the low line advantage. Does he have enough time? Not quite. Corey Perry taking home the checkered flag there. Here comes Carlito Mello and Liam Monahan. Mello with the advantage. Down by the nose. Monahan on the low line. Into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Who's it going to be? Give it to Mello.
Again. Do it again.
This is the battle for 3rd place. Fielding, Monahan. Here they go. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Monahan. Fielding with his hands full. Checkered flag in the air. That was a photo finish. They're saying it's Fielding on that one. That was close. Here we go. Green is out. Carlito Mello. Another great jump off the start. Does Corey Perry have anything for Mello with the advantage, looking for the checkered flag. Checkered flag in the air. Carlito Mello takes home the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. $19.90 there at the stripe. Tebow down the bottom. Farrier up top. Green is out. Down into 1. Give the advantage slightly there for a moment to the Honda. Here it comes. Sharpie back on the outside. Down the back stretch. Farrier with the advantage. Down into 3 and 4. As Tebow going to get a little loose at 3. Checkered flag out. Farrier is going to move on.
Haven't seen a Nissan with a wagon hatch in a long time.
And on the jump, give the advantage to Rebello there. Down into turn 1 and 2. Off of 2, Rebello. Out for a Sunday drive on a Saturday here at Seekonk Speedway.
I think he thought the hatch would give him more aerodynamics and a little bit more speed.
Checkered flag in the air. Rebello gonna move on. Steve Bowden looks him over. Green flag out. Here they go, down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to the Saab right now. Here comes Matt Erosian battling back on the outside. Matt Erosian gonna get loose. He's gonna hold on to it. Save it. Handful. Spins again. Does he hold on? He cannot. And the Saab. Cohen gonna move on.
Well, we know who's got the Saab story now.
And it's not the Saab at the stripe, set to go. Green is out. 81 for 64. Give the advantage to Buchanan down into 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, right to the door. Into 3 and 4. Nose to nose. And who's it going to be? Checkered flag, Paul Curtis. Wow.
Oh my God, Becky.
Incredible battle. Next matchup, Trans Am.
The fabulous Thunderbird.
Green is out, down into 1 and 2. Perry on the low line. Fazio up top. Perry with the advantage on the bottom. Here comes Fazio, right to the back bumper. Off of 4, checkered flag in the air. Joe Perry moving on.
Okay, maybe not that fabulous.
Moving along here. Here comes Tom Kasunas from Wakefield, Rhode Island in his 1984 Chevy Corvette. Green is out. Jeff Daniels down into turn 1. He's got the advantage. Here comes Inez. Inez battling right back to the third quarter. Does he have anything for him in 3 and 4? Right to the door. Off of 4. Jeff Daniels gonna move on. Checkered flag.
Well, you won't be seeing that on a Corvette commercial anytime soon.
Here comes the Red Dragon, Christine Purse. From his 1989 Chevy Camaro from right here in Seekonk, matching up against Fran Weidinger. Pontiac Trans Am on the outside. 3 and 4. Right now the advantage to Weidinger, but here we go. Checkered flag in the air. Fran Weidinger moving on. Matchup of round number 1. Walter Whitney back fourth in his blue 1984. Green flag out. Kenny Klein, no waste, no time. Down into 1 and 2. Fielding's going to try to give him a run into 3 and 4, right to the back bumper. Fielding, can he hold on? He does. Checkered flag in the air. Kenny Klein bringing it home.
I think Kenny was toying with him.
I would not be one bit surprised. Green flag in the air. Down into 1.
Missed the shift.
Bucher. She has the advantage. Down that stretch over Curtis. Into turn 3 and 4. Curtis going to get right up to the rear bumper. Checkered flag. Jen Bucher moving on. Top lane, Kazunas taking the bottom lane. Down. Into turn 1. Kazunas with the advantage. Going to look to try to check. Into 3 and 4. Kazunas. Smooth sailing off of 4. Crosby battling back. Not enough time. Tom Kazunas moving on.
But he did come all the way from Vermont to get beat by a pickup truck.
Andrew Joseph. Green flag out. Mello jumps down to the advantage. Gonna squeeze Monahan down. Monahan gonna have to battle back down the back stretch. Does he have enough time? Carlito Mello into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Carlito Mello moving on. Green flag out. Charlie Gardino. Down into 3 and 4. Gardino off of 4. Checkered flag. Charlie Gardino moving on. Kenny Klein holding off the charge of Matt DeRosier. Not enough time.
Enduro drag drivers to your cars, Enduro drag drivers to your cars.
Green flag out. Jim Bucher with a good jump. Down into 1 and 2. Bucher with the advantage over Smith. Jared Smith looking to battle back. Going to get right to the rear bumper in turn 3. Not going to be enough time. Bucher off of 4. Jim Bucher moving on.
Ooh, look who's up next. Kenny and Charlie, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Kenny Klein with the Wow. Contact. And Charlie Gardino moving on.
Uh-oh. Kenny's not happy.
Oh my God, Becky.
Cannot go and driving after somebody else on the racetrack. That is a no-no. Oh, I know. Things on the other side of that fence are really going to get interesting in a minute. Wow, look at the crowd run.
Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage right now to Bucher on the line. Down the backstretch. Bucher has the advantage. Kazunas holding on. Checkered flag in the air. At the stripe, Bucher moving on.
Well, now we've got our final 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Line this time. Mello on the high line. Green is out. Down into turn number 1. Nose to nose. Door to door. Bucher works Mello up the track. Here we go. Into 3 and 4. This one's going to be close. Bucher working the track all the way around. Polito Mello takes it home.
So close, but yet so far away.
Stop. They're at the stripe. They're set to go. Green flag in the air. Oliveira gets a good jump down into 1 and 2. Gingras. Looking for it. He's going to take the lead. Off of 4 across the stripe. Gingras in that 1949 F4 pickup truck. Going to take home the win there as him. They are at the stripe. Green flag in the air. Down into 1 and 2. Give the handful. He's going to save it on the backstretch. Crosley into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Crosley going to move on. What a save there by Wickenbach on the backstretch. Inches from that outside wall. Ready to roll. Green flag out. Down into turn 1, Stevens with the advantage. Down the backstretch, here comes Medeiros with a good little head of steam there off of 2. Into 3 and 4, will it be enough? He's got the low line. Stevens goes up the high side at the stripe. Wow, that was a photo finish. I believe, as the official's going to signal down there in turn number 2, They're going to give it to Medeiros there. David Medeiros going to move on. At the stripe, Bucher on the low line. Green flag out. DeRoche's on the high line. Give the advantage to Bucher down into 1 and 2. Back bumper going to go to the high side here. Going to try to make a move. Bucher holding off every advance. Here comes DeRoche's on the low line. Bucher gets high. DeRoche steals it at the stripe. Matt DeRoche's going to move on. Green flag in the air. Daniels with a great jump. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Weidinger battling on the low line. Daniels with the advantage. Here comes Weidinger, keeping it right to the bottom of the track. Checker flag in the air. Daniels going to take the win there. Paul Curtis, Kyle Buchanan, vintage. Spectator Drags. Buchanan on the high line. Curtis on the low line. Green flag in the air. Down into turn number 1. And here comes Curtis battling back. Curtis has the Paul Curtis into 3 and 4. He gets a little loose. Here comes Buchanan battling back. Blinkers on. They get close. They almost touch. Paul Curtis takes it home. That was a tight one. Next matchup. Green flag in the air. Chambers has the at the stripe, they are set to go. Daniels has the high line, DeRoche's has the low line. Green flag in the air, down into turn number 1. DeRoche's by a nose, but here comes Daniels. Great jump off 2 down into 3. Daniels gonna get loose, he holds on. DeRoche's is a perfect opportunity. Wow, that was a close one yet again. Photo finish at the stripe. Subaru, Jeff Daniels going to get it and move on. Green flag in the air. Give the advantage to Daniels. Out front, down into 2 here. Right to the back bumper there. Does he have enough time? All over the back bumper of Daniels. Into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Daniels going to move on. So, the matchup for the finale is set with the low line at the stripe, set to go. Green out, Mello, nose to nose with Daniels. Daniels down into turn number 1. Right now, Mello takes the advantage into 3 and 4. Mello out front, checkered flag in the air. Carlito Mello taking home the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags yet again.
So all of a sudden, Carlito Mello is on fire in the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags, picking up another win.
Waiting on the green flag out. Merkett on the low line in that Mustang.
That's a Saab, not a Nissan.
Cullen in the Saab there. Give the advantage right now to Merkin. Down the back
Oh,
stretch. Saab.
you're not supposed to brake. You're supposed to go by him.
Saab right to the back bumper. Checkered flag in the air. Merkin moving on.
Hey, a Mustang won first round.
First on race day. So the Dodge Caliber, that's Devin Charles from Hyannis, Mass. Shane Dunn in the Chevy Camaro from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Dodge gets the advantage down into 1 and 2. Here comes the Camaro on the outside with a head of steam down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Shane Dunn.
I would hope.
Wow. Off of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Shane Dunn moving on.
I guess we can call that the Excalibur now.
The Excalibur. At the stripe. Nose to nose. Green flag out. Kazunas has a nose advantage into 1 and 2. Off of 2. Kazunas on the highline with the advantage. Here comes Johnson into 3 and 4. Nose to nose, off of 4. Who's going to get it? Advantage goes to Johnson down low. Checkered flag in the air. John Johnson going to move on.
He handles a little better.
Here comes Sean Fitzgerald in his 1985 Chevy Corvette. Matching up against Don Fazio from Brooklyn, Connecticut in his 1985 Ford Thunderbird.
I think he's got a new hood on that car, new scoop.
I think you're right.
Here's the scoop.
Green flag in the air. Down into turn 1. Gerard on the high line. He's got the advantage in that outside. Here comes Wicked back the third. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4. Wicked back the third with the advantage. Here comes Gerard with the crossover. Wicked back gets loose. He holds on to it, collects the checkered flag. Wow, what a battle. And Josh Oliveira from Swansea in the Volkswagen Passat. Green flag in the air. Passat with the advantage into 1 and 2, but here comes the Infiniti on the low line. Down the backstretch, they battle door to door. Give the advantage to the Passat into 3 and 4. Passat. Here we go. Still nose to nose. Off of 4. Checkered flag in the air. Photo finish. Give it to the Passat. Wow.
2 Infiniti
And beyond. Josh Oliveira over Chad Oliveira. That was a close one in the 1990 Chevy Corvette. Morissette in the Camaro in 1994. Green flag down into turn 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Dinez. Off of 2. Down the back stretch. Morissette right to the back bumper. Morissette making his way downtown to Seekonk. Not quite enough time. Dinez going to move on. Who are you going to call? We shall see, but Ghostbusters. They're there. Green flag in the air. Stevens into 1 and 2 with the advantage. Daniels up top. Here he comes. Down the back stretch. Jeff Daniels in that Ghostbusters Subaru Outback into 3 and 4. He's got the advantage. Checkered flag. Jeff Daniels going to move on over Jonathan Stevens. Going to take the low line, Dinez the high line. Green flag in the air. Here comes Farias. Nose to nose with Dinez. Off of down the back stretch there, right there. What a battle. Here we go. Dinez up top with a little bit of an advantage. Here they come. He gets too high there. And here comes Farias. Going to move on.
I'd be afraid of those wheel wells. Holy cannoli.
I would say so. Those will leave a mark. In the 85, green flag in the air. Johnson gets a good jump on the high line. Curtis battling right back down into 1 and 2. Johnson with the nose advantage. Down the backstretch. Johnson over Curtis. Here we go into 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Johnson is going to take this one and move on. Green flag. Carlito Mello. Nose to nose with Corey Perry. Jumping out to the lead. Into 3 and 4. Perry battling back. He's going to get loose. Does Mello have it to the stripe? Checkered flag. Carlito Mello, a photo finish. Wow. Wow. What a battle there. Give it up down in 1 and 2. Corey Perry and Carlito Mello put on a show. Fielding taking the low line. Checkered flag is going to be coming. Green flag out now.
I was going to say, that was green.
Off of 2, fielding with the advantage over Monahan. Checkered flag in the air. Fielding going to move on over Liam Monahan. Franz Weidinger. DeRoches down low. Into 1 and 2. Close. They are close. Down into turns 3 and 4. Give the advantage to DeRocha. Off of 4 across the stripe. Matt DeRocha going to move on.
Truck Enduro drag drivers.
Green flag is out. Carlito Mello, great jump. John Johnson right there. He's going to have to play catch up. Here we go. Down off 2. Carlito Mello, smooth sailing into 3 and 4. Here comes Johnson with a head of steam into 3 and 4. Spins it. Holds on to it. Slide job. Carlito Mello moves on. Not for a lack of effort there. John Johnson with a head of steam down into 3 and 4. Held on to it. Not enough time though. Carlito Mello moves on. Green flag in the air. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to DeRocha. Here comes Fielding battling back up top down the back stretch. Into 3 and 4. Fielding with a nose advantage. Here comes DeRocha's on the low line battling back. Checkered flag in the air. Matt DeRocha's going to move on over John Fielding.
So Matt DeRocha's will be in the finale. Who will it be to join them?
Green flag in the air. Give the advantage to Farias so far. Down the back stretch, here comes Mello. Going to do a crossover, trying to battle back into 3 and 4, right to the rear bumper. What's he got? Is it going to be Farias? It's going to be. He slams the door on Carlito Mello.
Held that truck to the bottom and kept him at bay.
Wow. So, here we go. Battle.
Best 2 and 3. Here we go down on the outside. Here they come side by side off the corner.
Round 1 goes to Jason Farias. Stack 'em, re-rack 'em. Uh-oh. Don't go away. Oh, we got a little, oh. Farias. DeRocha's. Best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Farias gets a great jump. Down into 1 and 2. The advantage goes to he have enough to hold on though. Will that truck stay cool, calm, and under pressure? Checkered flag in the air. Jason Farias, your winner.
Jason Farias picking up the final East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags
out there for coming out. I've been racing here in slow cars for like 7 years, so to finally win the whole thing doesn't even seem real.
Doesn't seem real, but it is real. Congratulations. Anybody else you want to thank?
I want to thank my girlfriend, Alyssa Hayes. I want to thank my mom and dad and all the fans who come out here and all the people who race this series. It's fun. Come on out here. Shout out Mike Vincent for tuning this thing. Praise God, baby.
Your 2024 East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drag Champion, Carlito Mello.